Hello swimmers, Coach Caron here, coming to you in our swim lane virtual blog. So I think I'll call it the virtual swim lane because even though I'm in the pool, you're not currently here with me, and I can still help you even though you're not here in front of me. Today we're going to talk about one of the most popular topics that I get asked about, and that is breathing. If we don't have our breathing under control, then nothing that we do with our technique is going to help us get any faster, more powerful, or even improve. So in my blog post, The Air We Breathe, I mention that the air will always be there. If you can convince yourself that the air will always be there, then you can start to relax your breathing. If you think about it, if the air isn't there, then we're all in trouble. And that's not a good thing. But it will be there. It might not be exactly where you think it is, but it will be there somewhere. So in our strokes, we have to make sure that we control our breathing, so that the muscles that we're using can get the oxygen that they need through our breath in order to function. So how do we take a good breath? We're going to take a good, quick breath in through our mouth, and then we're going to close our mouth and we're going to blow out through our nose. Now don't think about this as blowing your nose. Think about it as just humming. If you're humming, your body will automatically blow those nose bubbles. So what I want you to think about is relaxing, getting that good quick breath all the way in down to your belly, and then from your belly, releasing it up and out through your nose. So our first step in getting that good breath is relaxation. If you can relax and take that good breath, then your body will be able to function better. If you can't relax and you're all tense, then your muscles aren't going to know whether to use that oxygen or get rid of that oxygen. So the more you can relax, the better your breath will be. So let's talk about the different strokes. The first stroke that I always talk about is freestyle, because that is the most popular stroke with both my competitive swimmers and my triathletes, and it's the one that we rely on the most. So if we can get our breath for our freestyle stroke down, then we can have our swim be a much better experience. So in terms of freestyle, we're going to break it down in further videos, but for this video, let's just keep it nice and simple. We want to make sure that we're turning our head to the side, we're getting that good quick breath, and then we're starting to blow out before we go back into the water, blowing out the entire time that we're in the water, and then we're turning our head back. As we clear the water, that's when we're blowing out the last part of our breath. Very important to start and stop your breath while you're out of the water. You don't want to stop in the water, because then your body will automatically want to try and take a breath, and you get either a really big mouthful of water or a really big nose full of water. So make sure that you're stopping and starting that breath before you enter the water. So let's break down the strokes and show you the different pieces. That is our freestyle stroke, and admittedly I don't normally breathe to my left that much, so it might have looked a little rough, but I wanted to give you the idea. Next, I'm going to show you breaststroke. And with breaststroke, we want to keep our eyes looking down as long as possible before we have to take that breath. And again, we're going to use the same idea as freestyle. Quick breath into the mouth, nose bubbles out through the nose. Stroke that we need to really think about when we're breathing is butterfly. I will attempt to show you that one, but I will caveat that with this is not my strong stroke and I have shoulder issues, so same idea. Quick breath in through the mouth, out through the nose, looking down as long as possible, bringing the head up and forward just to take that breath. We also want to think about minimizing the up and down motion on both of these strokes, breaststroke and butterfly, because even though we're bringing our head up, we don't want to go way up and way below the water, because that's just extra effort up and down. That's not going to get us to our goal any faster. So we want to make sure that as we're coming up, our chin is nice and close to the water. That was chin close to the water, head moving forward even though it's coming up, and making sure that we're minimizing our up and down movement and maximizing our forward movement. Now the last stroke that I will mention as far as competitive stroke is backstroke. A lot of people don't think about breathing in backstroke, but what we don't want to do is hold our breath. We never, ever, 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 can't say that enough, want to hold our breath in swimming, because it deprives our muscles of oxygen, and it actually does not help us to build up that oxygen reserves. The only people that I ever let do breath holding activities are people who are training to be Navy SEALs. That's probably not you, and they're doing it under very close supervision. So if you're not training to be a Navy SEAL, do not hold your breath. If your coach asks you to hold your breath, you might want to look for a different coach. Don't tell them I said that. No, really. Okay, so backstroke. We want to just make sure, since we're on our back, if our face isn't being covered with water from behind us, that we're just breathing normally. again, just breathing normally there. If you're having trouble with your breath, I want you to think of that good quick breath in all the way down to your belly. Slow and steady and controlled out the nose. I also want you to think about your swimming position. Are you not getting a good breath because your chin is tucked into your chest? Make sure your airway is open. Are you not getting good breath because you're all scrunched up? Make sure you're nice and tall in your torso. Alright, so that is the basics of breathing. We're going to be diving into, no pun intended, a lot of different topics on this video blog, or virtual swim lane. So if there's something that you want to see, if there's a question that you want me to answer, shoot me an email, info@winningswimming.com, and I'd be glad to make a video of it and answer your question. Until then, happy swimming!